and we can bring in the box pieces for the servo cover. These are the only ones you need for the servo cover. 2, 3, 4, 5. They go together like so. This would be the top. So if we bring this in now and show you, this is the top piece. Okay. These are the side pieces, going like so and like so. This is the long side piece, like so, and this is the other long side piece, like so. Now when building this, I would start from the top. Again, just a tad, not too much glue, just enough on the edge of the top piece. We can place that down there, and then we can work with it on the board. I would also place a bit of glue on these tabs here. These tabs now go into position, not like that. Turn this one round, like so. Now notice that this line here lines up there. So we could place this one here, and notice that that lines up right across. Let's put a little piece of glue on there. That's a bit too much glue. Wipe that clean, and then we can just push it in and stand it up. Once it's stood up, you can start seeing how it's going to come together. It's still quite weak. The reason we don't triangulate this piece is because the side here gives it strength once the side is on there. So we can stand that down. We can glue up both sides together. Side one, like so, and side two. Notice again that there really isn't a lot of glue going onto these pieces. Twist it round depending how you want to manipulate this into place. As long as you're comfortable, then it will go together quite well. Okay. Notice that there is no glue squelching out from the sides. If you have glue squelching out, then you've got far too much glue on there. Okay. There's enough glue here. It will take about 20 minutes to dry until you can use it and move it without breaking it. There's the start to your door, the box to cover the servo. We can place that to one side. So both of those pieces are drying. Now we can look at the door. This is the door piece, this is the door piece, and these are the hinges for the door. 2 hinges, a door, and the frame of the door. Take note how this goes together. It's a little bit more fiddly, but if you do it this way, it will work okay. So you pick up a door hinge, and we just, again, a smidgen of glue on there and there, then we place it into the door frame, okay, like so. We pick up the other one, the other door hinge, and we put a smidgen of glue on there and on there, and we just rest it into the side of the door there, like so. Now this is where the fiddly bit comes. What we could do is actually take that out, and from underneath, which is the square edge side, not the circular side, the square edge side, just place the door into position. Now you will find this easier than myself because you've got smaller hands than me. Once we've got it like so, can you see it's just out the bottom of the door frame. Once we've got it rested like so, try and hold it so that you can now use the other hand to place over the part of the door, the hinge of the door, and then slide it up into the door frame like so. Okay. And now there we have the door. Now this is a good time to start thinking, do we want the door opening inwards and outwards like this? It would make life a little awkward if the door swung inwards to the safe, because anything would get trapped behind the door that you can't get to. So we don't really want the door swinging inwards towards inside the safe. We want the door swinging outwards so that you can clearly get into the hole of the safe. So we need to put on what we call stops. Door stops or stops, it means the same. So on the flat edge side of the door, being careful because the glue is still quite wet, so you don't want it to fall open and dry without it contacting anything. We pick up these 1, 2 door stops. These door stops are going to go here and here. They're going to overlap this gap very slightly so that the door doesn't push inwards. What we have to be careful of is that we don't cover the whole thing in glue, because it will then stick to this part and this part and you won't be able to open the door at all. So this is where, again, we have to think about using very minimum amount of glue. Just a fine line of glue there, okay, and a fine line of glue there, and then just place it into position, making sure that the line of glue is on the door frame and not on the door side. Okay, let's do it for the other one so that we've got the whole set. A fine line of glue there, don't need a lot, that's as much as you actually need, and a fine line of glue there. Perfect. Drop that into position and just line it up. So now you have the door frame complete. Okay, the door closes. Can you see here? There's the door stop. In fact, what we could do is just move that back a little bit more so you don't knock it when you're putting your hands into the safe. So you could just slide that back just a tad more. You really don't need a big piece of MDF here. All it's doing is stopping a door going back through. Okay, so it's just a very small piece of MDF there. Okay, that's what it looks like from behind, and that's what it looks like from the front. So when we close it, it doesn't fall through. When we open it, it only opens one way. Good. So that's done. That's ready to use.